We say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live in studio again today, brought to you by Poor Traps Deli on this Thursday, March the 6th, 2025. Thanks for being with us as we work our way through, as the late Rush Limbaugh says, across the fruited plain. We say good morning to you and thank you for watching the show. As we crank it up, get going, we got lots to talk about. We're watching the basketball game right now between Tennessee and Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt is out 10-2, so they've jumped on the Lady Vols early here. We'll run all that down for you. The SEC round 2, or day 2 and round 2 of the Southeastern Conference tournament being played down in Greenville, South Carolina. So we'll take a look at that. Men's games, the Big South tournament going on at Freedom Hall, Southern Conference. Lady Bucks will play against Furman today at 3:30 for the first game for the East Tennessee State women. We got that. Talking high school basketball, of course. Wrapping things up last night with the girls' championship, the guys' championship coming up tonight. So it's all good, and we're here, and we're glad to be with you. And so let's get it cranked up, and let's do that with the national anthem, as we always get it started with that. As why not? We're in the greatest country in the world. So here we go, national anthem time. It is Faith Hill on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, yea, through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of free? And the home of
We're back. We're ready to go. Andrew Lewis, Northeast Community Credit Union. Readers are winners. Year number 2. We're jacked up to do it again this year.
We're so excited.
Yep, we are excited. And so it's a chance for these kids at Eastside Elementary, Westside Elementary, and Harold McCormick Elementary win some cool prizes for reading. What's going on?
The first 9 weeks, we're going to be giving out those cool water bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Second 9 weeks, t-shirts.
T-shirts with a new design.
Absolutely. New color, all that fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The third 9 weeks, we're going to have a sweet new sticker. We'll get more into that later.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Whole point is readers are winners. Year number 2. at the three elementary schools and Elizabethton City Schools. Thanks to Northeast Community Credit Union, they're paying for all this through their corporate sponsor, and we love them for doing that. The bottom line is leaders are readers, readers are winners. Year number 2, getting ready to get started up soon, like right now, right away, for all these youngsters, again, at Harold McCormick, West Side and East Side Elementary. Big thanks to the Northeast Community Credit Union for partnering with us to do Readers Are Winners in Elizabethton City Schools. And back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show in studio, brought to you by, again, the good folks from Poor Trav's Deli. Tell about that place. They have the steamed sandwiches, and man, they are good. Gonna try and give me one today, as a matter of fact. I'm out and about. Things are getting better each day, so appreciate that very, very much. Let's take a look at it right here. Let's go with the 4A from last night across Northeast Tennessee, actually across the state. Hello, Coach Shipley. How you doing, sir? Watching down in Middle Tennessee. So in girls basketball, starting in 4A, Sevier County defeats Morristown, or rather Morristown East defeated Sevier County 49-40, and that would have been, I would think that would be an upset. So Morristown East wins by 9 over the Lady Smoky Bears. So Saturday, Morristown East will play Bearden, because Bearden, now let's run them down for you. Let's go down through all the brackets and set who's playing who. All right, so Morristown East beat Sevier County 4A girls 49-40. Bearden and Oak Ridge. Oak Ridge wins that one by 7 over the Bearden Lady Bulldogs. How about this one? The battle we talked about yesterday that did not happen. Bradley Central, the defending state champ in Cleveland, a team in the tournament a year ago. They played last night in Cleveland. Bradley Central beat them 79-23. 79-23. Beat them by, what is that, 56 points? Wow. 79-23. Wow, I guess the Bears made a statement, didn't the Lady Bears? Also, last night, Cookeville defeated Lebanon by 13, so Cookeville will be hosting on Saturday. Also, around the state last night, Coffee County beat Lincoln County by 15. It was Hillsborough downing Mount Juliet by 5. It was no score in the Clarksville-Henry County game, and Bartlett defeated Whitehaven by 23. So here's the sectionals on Saturday for the girls 4A basketball statewide. There we go. Hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. So, yeah, let's go back. So here's who's playing where in the sectional on Saturday. You have Bearden 31-5 will be at Morristown East. Sevier County plays at Oak Ridge. Bradley Central hosting Lebanon. Cookeville at 23-7 hosting Cleveland. Also, you have in 4A basketball for the right to get to the state tournament on Saturday. You have Mount Juliet at Coffee County, Lincoln County at Hillsborough. You have Whitehaven playing the winner of the Clarksville-Henry County game that we don't have a score on. And also you have Bartlett playing the other side of that bracket, which would be either Henry County or Clarksville will play Whitehaven. And either Clarksville or Henry County will play Bartlett, depending on how they did there in 4A basketball. So, hello, Rhonda Simpson. How you doing, lady? Hello, Amy Whitson. 3A basketball last night. Let's go that route with the ladies, and they played it at Viking Hall, and Crockett wins it going away. 55-38 was the final. As the Lady Pioneers get that one, they'll be at home on Saturday against Cocke County. Cocke County losing. Northview Academy upset them last night, 53-50. Also in 3A, you have Heritage defeating Lenore City by 6. You have White County's ladies defeating Livingston Academy by 6. Also last night in regional championship play across the state, you have Portland in 3A. Their ladies defeated Station Camp by 11. Jackson Southside blew out Creekwood 51-23. We saw Jackson Southside a couple of years ago. They always have a rock-solid basketball program for the ladies. They won big last night, 51-23. It was Dyersburg by 11 over South Gibson, and the last game out in the west part of the state, Munford defeated Millington by 11. So the sectionals coming up on Saturday in 3A basketball. Crockett at home in Jonesboro at 33-3 hosting Cocke County. Northview Academy hosting Tennessee High. Heritage will host Livingston Academy. Lenore City travels to White County. You have Creekwood going to Portland. Station Camp going to Jackson Southside. Dyersburg hosting Millington. And Munford will be home to South Gibson. That's 3A coming up on Saturday. We're here live in studio, brought to you by the good folks from Poor Travis Deli. Then you look at 2A basketball last night. Who did what? It was Alcoa and Gatlinburg Pittman. Gatlinburg Pittman in an upset. Beats Alcoa by 9, so Alcoa travels. GP will be home to Meigs County because they beat McMinn Central. McMinn Central beat Meigs County 70-28. Wow. Also, these are sectional or rather regional championships. So some pretty lopsided scores, you ask me. York Institute over Jackson County by 23 last night. Also in girls 2A play, East Nashville beat Pearl-Cohn by 8. Other regional championships, Loretto over Summertown by 5. It was Cheatham County defeating Stewart County 52-33. No score in the Gibson County score against Westview. Memphis Business defeated Tresvant by 40, 73-33. So here are the sectionals for Saturday in 2A. Gatlinburg Pittman hosting Meigs County. McMinn Central hosting Alcoa. Pearl-Cohn going to York Institute. East Nashville hosting Jackson County. Loretto home to Stewart County on Saturday in 2A. Cheatham County hosting Summertown. You have Tresvant going to either Gibson County or Westview, and Memphis Business hosting either Gibson County or Westview. And they figure out when they get that final game in, I guess they played it, just didn't give us a score on the website. So that's that. And then you get into, let's see what the latest is here on the Tennessee score. Let me get you up here. So let's do it this way. My right hand's more steady, so there we go. It is 29-26. Tennessee down early 10-2. The Lady Vols are roared back. They're down with 8 minutes to go to halftime. They're down 3, 29-26 to Vanderbilt in the SEC tournament in Greenville, South Carolina. We'll keep you posted on that. So the Lady Vols, slow start, warming up quick, and they're down only by 3. And so they are in the second round of the SEC tournament. We'll run down those for you in a minute. Single A girls basketball last night. North Green and a dandy over Unaka, 44-42. The other side of that bracket, Coalfield, no problem. Midway beat them 70-35. Copper Basin beat Van Buren in Single A girls regional championship by 9. Clark Range over Clay County by 25. Also last night in Single A, you had Moore County defeating Richland by 11. Wayne County defeated McEwen 63-38 in girls 1A play. Dresden, Greenfield gets that one by 6. And you had Memphis Middle College over University High School out of Memphis by 9. So here's the regional for coming up, or rather the sectionals coming up for Saturday. North Green hosting Midway. Unaka travels to Coalfield. Copper Basin home to Clay County. Clark Range home to Van Buren. Also, you have Moore County, runner-up from last year's state tournament. They'll host McEwen. Wayne County will play Richland at home. Greenfield hosting University High School out of Memphis. And Memphis Middle College home to Dresden. All those winners on Saturday now will move on to the state tournament in Murfreesboro next week. So there you go. So we do have some girls teams locally still going. They've been pared down some, but we still have a few from our neck of the woods going on to play in the sectional, which we'll be cheering them on, of course, when they play on Saturday. And all those games will start, I would assume, at 7 o'clock, and they will on Saturday for the sectional for the right to go to the girls' state tournament next week in Murfreesboro at Middle Tennessee State University. Tom Taylor Sports Show coming up. In fact, we're going to take a break and get him on the air. Jordan Simmons, the head coach of Unicoi County boys, defeated, who'd they defeat? They're all running together now. They're playing Greenville tonight for the regional championship, and we're going to talk to him about that. Well, he defeated Crockett, so we're going to take a break, and we're going to talk to him about that. Jordan Simmons, head coach of the Unicoi County boys basketball team. He joins us coming up next year. We're in studio again today, and we're here thanks to the good folks from Poor Travis Deli. We'll be right back after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Folks from Poor Travis Deli, it's football time in Tennessee, as the late John Ward said, so Friday night, going to the ball game, come by and get your sandwiches. Tell us how you can help us.
Hey, just give us a call, 543-6128, and tell us what you like. White dark bread, we've got ham, turkey, roast beef, corned beef, pastrami, make a good steak sandwich. You want some chicken salad, some pickles and eggs. You know, if you just want a snack, some people just like to snack at the ball game, don't really want to eat a big meal. We can take care of that for you. We got chips and drinks if you want to pack your cooler or whatever. Got anything you need.
Yep, 543-6128 is what you call, or the number you call, and he'll have it ready for you. So if you're heading to the game, how much time should we allow you to get them ready?
Usually about 10 to 15 minutes is a pretty good time.
Yep, 10 or 15 minutes.
About 10,
ready.
15 minutes, we'll take care of you.
Yep, ready to go. 543-6128. Again, it will be an excellent, excellent opportunity to come by and get some great food.
Yep, love to serve you.
Love to serve you, absolutely. How do you find us on social media?
We got a Facebook page. You can look us up there, leave us some feedback, give us a like.
Yep. Friday night football, Saturday football, whenever you need sandwiches, here's the place to come. Port Travis Deli at 543-6128, one of our great sponsors here on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
I know what I want to be when I grow up.
I'm one of those people who just always knew what she wanted to be.
I probably want to be a doctor,
From a really young age, I always wanted to be a doctor.
but like a really good doctor.
I would even make my little brother pretend he was sick just so I could take care of him.
I think being healthy is important so people can have a happy life.
And when someone along the way said, girls don't become doctors, my teacher inspired me to follow my dreams.
Mr. Green says I can be whatever I want.
And now I'm a research scientist at a medical university. Thank you, Mr. Green, for just believing in me.
Thanks, Mr. Green.
You help make their dreams possible. We can do the same for you.
This is Pastor Fallow, Pleasant Beach Baptist Church in Elizabethton. A visitor's table, a welcome table, and there's packets made up with tells you a little more about the church and get acquainted card, and then also a mug and some things in there for you to take with you to remind you to pray for us. And we've got a place for you and your family. We want you to come. Our goal is for you to know the Lord Jesus Christ as your Savior. But beyond that, to find your purpose and contentment in life of knowing Him, walking with Him, and serving Him each day. And so we want you and your family to come be with us Sunday morning, Sunday night, or Wednesday night. We're looking forward to seeing you soon.
Hello?
You can find a little more information about
Stand
us
by.
online at pleasantbeachbaptist.com.
Okay.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, let's go to the phone. He's there, ready to go. I love talking basketball. This gentleman, the head coach of Unicoi County, Coach Jordan Simmons. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Good morning, Tom. I'm doing well. How are you?
Feeling pretty good today, are you not, I would think?
Yeah, not too bad. You know, the more Greenville film I watch, maybe the less good I feel. They're a really, really good team we got to play tonight. But being in this position and kind of what our guys have worked towards and earned over the past few days, though, I couldn't be prouder of them and be happier for where we are as a team and as a program right now.
Absolutely. Go back to a big win over a great team. We talked with you before the game the other day against the Crockett Pioneers. You said it was going to be a tough test. It was. Take us through that game, and you guys won it. Tell us about it.
Yeah, a huge win for our guys. Came out early, and we kind of blitzed them a little bit in the first half. Got up double figures pretty early in the second quarter. Went in at halftime up by 13. They came out in the third quarter, and like we knew, they made a run, cut it down to 4 or 5. We were able to extend it back to, I think, 8 going into the fourth quarter. Then in the fourth quarter, they kind of caught fire. I think they hit 5 threes in the fourth quarter. They picked up the defensive pressure on us and cut it to a 1-point game, and they had the ball there in the last minute of the game. And, luckily we were able to get enough stops and make enough free throws to hold on and beat them in the end. But it kind of felt like a reverse of so many of the games we've played against them. Because so many times against them, we go out and dig ourselves a hole, and then we try to make a run late, but we can't really get over that hump. The past couple times they've beaten us, they got up by 20 in the first or second half. We come back, cut it to 2 or 3, and then they find a way to close it out. And the one Tuesday night was just kind of the inverse of that, because we were the ones that jumped out to the big lead. They made the big run, and then we were able to make enough plays down the stretch to hold on.
So it was a role reversal of sorts. Who were the kids that played?
It really was.
Yep. Who were the kids that you told me needed to play well? Which one stepped up and played well against Crockett the other night?
As most people would expect, Jackson Simmons had a huge game. He had 28 points. just made big shot after, I think he had 12 points in the fourth quarter, just to try to keep them at bay. And anytime we needed a big shot, he stepped up, and that's just kind of the player that he is. Caden Cullip made some big plays throughout the game. Coda Cullip had a huge game. I think both of those guys were around 14, 15 points. Defensively, Garrett Sellers did a great job on Bradley Gooch. Of him and Jay, I think Bradley had 11 or 12 points for the game. And then we had Brady and Carter working inside on Reagan Cash. Reagan had 9 points. All of them were in the first half, so Reagan didn't score in the second half. Just a lot of different guys that came in and made big plays, and just kind of knew what their role was for us to be able to win that game. Nobody tried to play outside themselves or do too much, and the energy and intensity in that game for us and the toughness that we brought, that was the difference maker. And, we kind of know with our team and who we are, the toughness battle a lot of nights is the only battle we're going to win. We're not going to be bigger than people. We're not going to be faster than people. We're not going to be more athletic than people, but we've got to win the toughness battle. And I felt like on Tuesday we did that.
We're talking to Coach Jordan Simmons, head coach, Unicoi County. They got a tough test tonight, and Greenville's got a tough test tonight, too. Obviously, this is the Cinderella story of the tournament. The Unicoi County boys basketball team, at least in my estimation, it is, because they beat a good Crockett team, and they're here. And so taking on the team that features the all-time leading scorer now in Greenville basketball, he's only a junior. What a storied program. And so this young man, again, now goes over the top as the all-time leading scorer. Mr. Thompson will be there tonight with the rest of the Greenville Green Devils. Have you played him this year? And I know you've seen a lot of film on him. What's the scouting report on Greenville?
Yeah, we've not seen him yet, or we've not played him yet. I've been watching a lot of film over the last 36 hours. Everything goes through Trey. Trey's a great player. The more I watch him, the more impressed I am. Not only his skill level, but kind of his mental toughness that he's developed over the past couple of years, and just his willing to get other people involved. Like, he might be the most unselfish high school superstar that I've ever seen at this level. And that's why he's getting these Power 5 offers. And, there's nothing over exaggerated or anything about him. Like, he's earned that reputation for a reason. Like, he is a very special player. But then they're surrounded with guys who are great role players and kind of know their niche and what they do to help that team be as great as they are. You got Zayden Anderson out there, who's probably the best defender that we've seen this year. Just an athletic guard that gets after it. You got Isaac McGill, who's long and lanky, another great defender and also an inside-out scorer. You got Cole Franklin, who comes in, makes a lot of shots. Dominic Tweed comes in, makes a lot of shots. So, Trey's kind of the catalyst for everything they do, but that roster is filled with guys that are more than capable to come in and beat you.
So you play tonight for the regional championship. You're guaranteed to play on Monday, and that's a chance to punch your ticket to Murfreesboro, which is, I would assume, way down the road in your mind. Tonight you got to figure out how to lasso and saddle up and beat the Greenville Green Devils. So the Unicoi County, I would think the Blue Devil Nation will be there in full force tonight. Greenville will be too. Should be a great atmosphere at Viking Hall. So you've kind of touched on it, but the keys, I guess, it runs through, as you said, Thompson. He had 34 the other night, and you're right, the big boys are all in on him. Tennessee, Virginia Tech. I mean, you can run down the names. He's only a junior, but they're all looking at him and wanting his services so this kid can play. But as you just pointed out, much like Unicoi County, you're more than Jackson Simmons, and they're more than Trey Thompson, so it's going to be a team effort to beat a team tonight, is it not?
Yeah, it definitely will. I know the spotlight will be on those two guys. You've got two class of 2026 guys. Both of them are juniors. Trey, like you said, just went over 2,100 points. Jackson's at about 1,880 points right now. So you're looking at a lot of offensive firepower in those two guys, and like you said, both of them just juniors. But it's going to be about the other guys tonight. Those two guys are superstars for a reason, and I'm sure that they'll do what they need to do. But it's going to be about which supporting cast steps up and gives those guys the most help. That's going to help their team come out on top, I believe.
So it plays tonight at 7 o'clock. You do play on Monday. If you put wherever you play on Monday, that's your ticket to Murfreesboro week after next, and that's the goal. But it starts tonight at Viking Hall at 7 o'clock. It's just one game. The single game tonight will be the regional championship. As we said, the Unicoi County Blue Devils and the Greenville Green Devils. So it's going to be a fun night at Viking Hall in Bristol. After that, Coach, you look down the line. I guess you'll worry about that after tonight's games, will you not?
Yeah, we're always, aware of what's going on. We know we got Fulton and Carter as the two teams down there. Fulton, you just talk about kind of the storied tradition they have and just able two straight championships. A lot of people are going to look at their record and say, well, they're not the Fulton team that we're used to seeing, and maybe they're not, but they're still a Jody Wright coach team. So you know what they're going to be about toughness. They're going to defend like crazy. They're going to play the right way. And then you've got Knox Carter. You know, I got a lot of respect for Coach Kate down there. We played them in the sub-state 2 years ago. We played them in a Hall of Champions game last year. We played them in the Christmas tournament this year. They beat us by 4 at their place there in December. Another really good team with some good players. And like I said, 2 great coaches on the other side that no matter who we play on Monday or where it's at, we know we're going to have our work cut out for us.
Well, and they will too, because they got a team coming that's hungry. And you said you're key on your basketball team, and I've seen that when I called your all's games. You guys are tough, and so toughness will be the key. So, you know, toughness will take you a long way down the road too. So they got to be concerned about Unicoi County as much as you are concerned about them. So we'll talk about that on Monday. But tonight, you take on the Greenville Green Devils at Viking Hall, 7 o'clock. Good luck to you. Thanks for being on the show. You're always willing to promote your kids, and I appreciate that. And so good luck to Unicoi County tonight.
Thank you, Tom. We appreciate you and the opportunity.
Yes, sir. Take care, sir.
Thank you.
Yep, good job right there as always. Jordan Simmons, head coach of the Unicoi County Blue Devils. Appreciate him very much being with us here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Halftime, or not quite at halftime, Vanderbilt, it's a seesaw ball game. Tennessee had taken the lead 32-31. Now Vanderbilt's reeled off 5 in a row. Lady Commodores lead at 36-32 with about a minute left to go in the first half. That's being played again at the SEC tournament in Greenville, South Carolina. We'll take a look at all that coming up right after this from Container Man. We are live here in studio, show number 2244 on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
In a world where clutter, trash, and debris threaten your property, one man is ready to save the day. He's Container Man, your dumpster delivery superhero. Need to clear out your garage? Call Container Man. Remodeling your home? Call Container Man. Demolition waste taking over your job site? Call Container Man. From minor to major projects, Container Man has the perfect size dumpster for every task. With lightning fast delivery and the customer service of a locally owned company, he will help you restore order to your world. When you're ready to fight clutter, trash, and debris, call Container Man.
You're one of our great sponsors. Christmas Club savings account for next year. Tell me about it.
Yes, let's talk about it because now you're going to have 12 months to do this. What better time than right now to open your Christmas Club savings? There's no cost on this. This is just something that we can help you transfer automatic funds, either weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, out of your check. So that way you won't even have to worry about it. And each time that you have that transferred, either you can do it yourself or deposit into this account, or we can have automatic draft set up. That's just convenient for you. And like I said, it's just another sub-account to your savings and checking at Northeast Community Credit Union. So if you have any questions, visit bemycu.org or come in and see us at one of our convenient locations or call 423-547-1200.
And you cut checks when? Next year? October, November? So when you get your checks?
Yes.
Save it up all year?
Yeah, so direct deposit could be your monthly paycheck.
Okay.
And so you can allocate a percentage of that paycheck into the Christmas Club. And that way, when you get to October, November, it's going to be built up. And so it's a great feature, and people love it.
The Christmas Club savings account for Christmas 2024?
Yes.
From Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by the good folks from Poor Trav's Deli. Whoo, you talking about a steamed sandwich is out of this world good. It is, right in the heart of Elizabeth, and we're going to be there. Of course, today's show being brought to you by them. And so let's take a look at top 25 college basketball last night. I guess you know by now if you're a Tennessee fan, didn't go well. The Volunteers, we talked about it yesterday on the show, could be a tough game down there. It was. Ole Miss manhandled them inside. 21-9 they are. Tennessee falls to 24-6. They lose by 2, 78-76. Now Florida more than likely will be the number one in the bracketology because Tennessee lost last night. That's kind of the buzz going around. You have 14th ranked Louisville won by 17 over California last night. It was UConn knocking off 20th ranked Marquette. An upset there. Marquette goes down by 6. Other top 25 games last night. 12th ranked Wisconsin defeats Minnesota by 7. It was 15th ranked Missouri losing. Oklahoma got them, so the Tigers go down. So you got number 4 losing, number 20 losing, number 15 losing. They lose by 12. It was Florida defeating Alabama. Number 5 beat number 7, 99-94. And Texas Tech last night beat the Colorado men's play 91-75. One game on tap today. It's who is it? Michigan State and Iowa. Yep. Number 8 Michigan State. The Sparties will be in Iowa to battle the Hawkeyes. Michigan State at 24-5. Iowa at 15-14. They're at halftime again. It is Tennessee and let's see who's got the lead there. At halftime it is Tennessee leading it at the break. Is that correct? Let's see here. No, they're trailing by 6 at halftime. Halftime, Vanderbilt leads it. SEC Women's Tournament 39-33. So yesterday's other winners, Georgia beat Arkansas, Mississippi State's ladies beat Missouri, and Florida's Lady Gators beat Auburn. So today the SEC schedule looks like this. Obviously Vanderbilt playing Tennessee the first game at halftime. Lady Vols trail by 6. Oklahoma will take on Georgia. Ole Miss will take on Mississippi State in a bragging right game in the state of Mississippi. And then the night game tonight will be Alabama and Florida. And so the 2 afternoon games, Vanderbilt, Tennessee going on now, Oklahoma and Georgia. Then tonight under the lights, the night games will be Ole Miss and Mississippi State. And you also have Alabama and Florida. That's the women's SEC tournament going on again, as we said, down in Greenville, South Carolina. Hello to Renee Birchfield. Hello, lady. How you doing? She's one of the great track coaches at Elizabethton High School. We're going to try and stream a track meet this year. That's what we're working on. I don't know if we can pull it off or not. We're going to try it. So we're looking forward to making that attempt. And so that will be coming up, as we said, we're going to try and do that. I think it's in the month of April is when that's going to happen. All right, let's take a look at the guys bracket. We took a look at the girls a few minutes ago. Let's take a look at what's going on tonight. The boys regional championships at Westridge tonight. It'll be North Green and Cosby. I guess they're playing at these sites. You know, geographically, when you have a couple of teams from the other part of the area, they usually go by closer to home. So we'll see if they are, but that's who's playing tonight. In the 1A, you've got North Green and Cosby. You have Olive Springs and Harriman. You have the defending state champ, Chattanooga Prep and Van Buren, Pickett County and Clay County getting after that. That's in the East Regional. That's the eastern part of the state. We'll run down the full throttle after tonight's games. Who's still left to play for the chance to go to the state tournament? That'll be coming up again on Monday for the guys. So here's what happened last night. The ladies that won will be at home on Saturday. The ladies who lost will travel on Saturday. Went down with those for you earlier in the show. So we'll go back and do that again here in a few minutes. Hello to Angie Wilhoit. How you doing, lady, up yonder in Bristol watching the show? Thanks. We are here live in studio. So in 2A tonight, regional championship, state champ defending Alcoa will play Austin East. Kingston will play Chattanooga Tyner. Jackson County and Liberty Creek and East Nashville state tournament team a year ago will play LEAD Academy. So those are your 2A teams in East Tennessee. Well, again, we'll run down the western side after everybody wins tonight and set everything up for you tomorrow on the show, brought to you tomorrow by Food City. You just heard Coach Simmons from Unicoi County. They play Greenville tonight at Viking Hall at 7 o'clock. Place ought to be rocking. There'll be a lot of green, a lot of blue there tonight. Should be a great atmosphere for one game for the regional championship. Unicoi County will not go away. They, as you just heard the coach say, we're tough and we're scrappy, and we may not have the talent or the size, but we have the grit. Obviously, because they beat a really good Crockett team the other night, 73-70 to knock them out. So Unicoi County, Greenville tonight at Tennessee High, Viking Hall. Carter and Fulton, the defending state champ. They play tonight in their regional championship at Fulton. You have Lenore City and Heritage tonight, and Upperman, a state tournament team a year ago in 3A, playing Tullahoma tonight in 3A in the East Tennessee Regional. Then you get into 4A. Science Hill tonight hosting the Smoky Bears of Sevier County. Maryville and Oak Ridge. Maryville, a state tournament team a year ago. They'll play that one tonight at Oak Ridge. Walker Valley and Bradley Central playing at Walker Valley. And Laverne who knocked off the state runner-up a year ago, knocked him out of the tournament. Laverne will take on Siegel tonight, and they'll play that one at Lebanon High School. So that's your 1A, 2A, 3A, and 4A for high school basketball coming up tonight across the great state of Tennessee on the eastern side. And we'll, as we said, bring you the western side tomorrow after we get all the results in, and we will talk about that. Hey, tomorrow I'm going to be talking to Coach Ryan Witten. He's scheduled to be with us. We're going to visit with him tomorrow. We're going to stay in studio one more day and hopefully get this thing fixed, and then we'll be able to get back out on the road. We've seen improvements, so that's a good thing. So we have been kind of got a hitch in my giddy up. How about that? I'll leave it at that. And so we are feeling better and getting better, and so we hope to be back out on the road on Monday. But tomorrow we'll be here in studio, brought to you by Food City. Coach Witten, the head football coach of the flag football team at Milligan University, will join us by phone tomorrow talking. They have a triple header on Saturday playing at Citizens Bank Stadium, flag football for Milligan University out of the gate at 2-0. And they've got three big ones coming in, two big ones, I should say. Three teams coming. They're playing two games against, yes, Campbellsville. No, that's one of them because that's the big game. And so they've got them. I want to say Huntington, but I'll have to double-check on the schedule. But they got Milligan flag football coming up on Saturday at Citizens Bank Stadium. They're undefeated at 2-0. We'll talk to Coach Witten about that tomorrow and the girls and the teams and kind of invite you to go over there and watch. It's a fun sport. Fastest growing sport in America is flag football for the ladies, and so there'll be a home opener games for Milligan on Saturday at Citizens Bank Stadium in Elizabeth, which will be pretty cool. So he'll be with us tomorrow on the show. Also going to be joined tomorrow by, let's see, our buddy David Lyons from Brummett Sports Shop has some show and tell for us tomorrow. They continue to get in new equipment and doing new things to help you out. That mom and pop, no question, is a fantastic place. They're shipping all over the country now. Mom and Pop Sporting Goods store in downtown Elizabeth, and they send it everywhere. They've got all kinds of new pieces of equipment, new merchandise in. So he'll join us tomorrow. Either we'll be at Food City if we decide to try it, or stay right here and let him do it over the phone. So either way, he'll be with us tomorrow. We've got baseball starting coming up next week. I think it's next Friday's our start of our Elizabeth and Cyclone baseball season against Concord Christian. I think that's the game we're going to try and roll it out and get going with it next Friday a week. And so I think today, all the games I've seen today so far have been canceled for most of the teams because of the cold weather. Woke up and like, are you kidding me? It feels like we're back in December, but we're in March. But then I looked at the schedule as far as the forecast, looking down the road next week, it's going to be back up in the 70s. So this is a good old East Tennessee weather, just a blip on the screen. It does this, does it not? Yep. Peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys. So that's what's going on there. So we'll be back in here tomorrow, ready to go from Food City. And so today we're being brought to you by Poor Trav's Deli. So quick break. We'll come right back. We've got more for you to talk about, working our way through this Thursday edition of the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 2244. Here where it all got started, you see over my shoulder, hopefully, see right there, hopefully that team right there will get it going. They're trying to look for a quarterback, the Raiders, my boys. And so we'll see. They've cooled off on Matthew Stafford. He's staying with the Rams. I think they're cooling off on Sam Darnold from the Minnesota Vikings. I think they're going to re-sign him and keep him in-house in Minnesota. So I don't know who they're going after. So there's more talk about Russell Wilson, who played for Seattle when Pete Carroll, who's now the coach of the Raiders, was there. So we'll see. But anyway, that's my boys there behind us, and we'll see if we can get things turned around in the land of the Las Vegas Raiders. But anyway, that's the backdrop here in the studio where it all got started 10 years ago. And today is show, as we said, you see on the screen, show number 2244. Quick break, more for you after this from Advanced Heat Pump Systems on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
It's important to hire a professional because you want a quality, trained, and licensed person working in your home. All of my staff are factory trained and have years of experience. With today's technology in heating and air conditioning systems, you want a trained professional working on your system. Our motivation to provide our customers with the best service is years of experience. We've been in business for 35 years and we plan on being in business for another 35 years, so we want to make our customers happy.
I stand before you now as proof that you should never believe that something is impossible to do. In America, the impossible is what we do best.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, I do have, by the way, as we told you we'd have it from yesterday's show, we do have the TSSAA's wording on the one-time transfer rule. Get your take on that, see what you think after I present it to you. Form your opinion. We'll do that coming up here in a little while. I'll tell you about that. Also, we'll tell you that Florida State and Clemson have voted to agree on settling their 4 ongoing lawsuits against the ACC. Now, they want more money is what this whole thing is about, and so they got a new revenue distribution strategy that came out, which means they want more cut of the pie because they feel like they're they probably are, the 2 premier programs in the ACC as far as coverage and popularity would be Florida State and Clemson. It's probably true, and so they have come up with a new revenue distribution for the 2 schools to get more money, and so ESPN recently exercised an opt-in clause with the ACC, extending its media rights deal with the conference through 2036. That's 11 years from now? It won't stay. There'll be another re-up, but it sounds good on paper going into it. So they are, again, talking about doing a distribution revenue. So the total cost now to exit the ACC is expected to decline by $18 million each year. So that gives them a chance, these other schools, to bail out. Florida State said they wanted out. Clemson wanted out because they're not getting enough cut of the action. So the future of the revenue seems to be, each school can earn an additional $15 million based on the way it's going to be distributed. Hello, Patsy Byerly. Hello to Michael Stansberry. Hello to Baker. How you doing? So it's all about the jingle. We talk about this almost every show, and it's true. It's all about the jingle, and there you are. Florida State and Clemson wanting up to $15 million more, or get, I should say, up to $15 million more now. Also noted that 40% of the television money distributed evenly among the 14 ACC institutions is not a slight towards the more recent members. SMU decided to forego media right payments for 9 years to join the ACC. So they said, we don't really want the money. We just want to get in there where we can get more notoriety and more bang for the buck, more awareness, more, I guess that'd be the way to look at it, more awareness by being in the ACC. And so they said, we don't need the money. So Cal and Stanford agreed to a 30% rate. So those guys are on a different scale. So SMU gets nothing. Cal and Stanford only get 30% of the cut, which means it's going to be more for the big boys. And again, the big boys in this case would be and is Florida State and Clemson. So they've agreed to back off on the suit. Actually, they've dropped the suit. And also the exit fee has gone down. So it still gives them an opportunity to pull out and go. So the ACC saying, okay, we don't want you to leave. We're going to give you more money. And if you want to go, we're going to make it easier for you. That makes sense to me, but I'm just an old country boy here in the hills of East Tennessee, but I'm going to pay you more money, but if you really still want to go, we'll let you go, and it won't cost you as much to leave. So we'll see. Anyway, that's what's going on in the ACC, and again, Florida State and Clemson saying, we're okay. We're going to go ahead and drop the lawsuits and stay in the conference for now. Still say before it's over with, the SEC is going to go one more expansion. Those would be the 2 obvious geographically you'd go for. Although it's been proven the Big Ten, they're playing with Southern Cal and UCLA in the Big Ten now. So geographic proximity really doesn't make any sense in that light. So it doesn't necessarily have to be in the South. But Clemson and obviously Florida State would be 2 great additions to the Southeastern Conference if they decide to expand. And Commissioner Greg Sankey says we're not looking to expand right now, but we're not looking, but we can look if we want to, is what he said. Okay, so which means we want to, we will. If we don't, we won't. And I understand that, too. Tom Taylor Sports Show, thanks for being with us. We're here thanks to Poor Trav's Deli. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll take a look. We will. We'll take a look at the one-time transfer rule. See what you think about it. We're going to read it. It doesn't make any sense to me. A lot of things don't make any sense to me. The older I get, I keep thinking, that just doesn't, it's smoke and mirrors. That's what I think it is. And I'll read it and let you see why when we come back after this in Poor Trav's Deli. But, again, I don't get it. Don't get it at all, but we'll find out. We'll let you hear about it right after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by Poor Trav's Deli.
Tell me, we don't talk a lot about it, Gabe. Tell me about the cold subs. Tell me about those in Port Travis, would you please?
So our cold subs, they come with they come in two different sizes, 12-inch, 6-inch, and they come with bologna, salami, ham, cheese, and then we can put whatever you want on it, and they come pre-made. We can get you in and out of here pretty quick.
6-inch or 12-inch?
Yes, sir.
6 inches, how much?
6-inch is $5.19, and a 12-inch is $6.49.
You couldn't make it for that. You couldn't go buy the bread. There's no way you could go buy the bread and make what they're going to do for you for that kind of price. The cold sub, 6-inch or 12-inch. They also sell salads. Tell me about the salads.
So we got a house salad that comes with cheese, tomato, croutons, and then 2 packs of dressing of your choice. And we can also throw our special signature onions on them. And then the chef salad comes with the same thing, but we can throw any type of meat you want on there. So a house salad is $6.29, and then the chef salad is $7.49.
Not going to bust your billfold, folks, and you get a salad too. They don't scrimp. That's kind of the motto. We don't scrimp. If you get a sandwich on those hot subs, we don't scrimp. So what's you're here all the time. What's the top 3 sandwiches you guys make day in and day out?
Ham and cheese, most popular. I'd say second to that, probably Mad Italian, and then third is probably a Reuben.
Yep. The Mad Italian is what? What do you get on it?
So you get ham, turkey, cheese, and then we can throw everything on there for you.
We got 10 cases of drinks over here. Everything, Pepsi products, Coke products, energy drinks, got all that. We got, we run through all the different Wise, Cape Cod, Toms, Lances, Doritos, Cheetos, got all the different kinds of chips.
Yes, sir.
All right here. Phone number to call is?
I actually don't know that part.
543?
Yes, 6128.
6128. Port Travis Deli, they also sponsor our Player of the Game, folks. Every time a kid plays ball, again, from Elizabeth and Tia Duggar, we give them a Port Travis Deli Player of the Game. We appreciate that very much. Gabe Sexton, folks, one of our great sponsors right here, working hard at Port Travis Deli.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Brought to you by, you just saw Port Travis Deli. Man, you can't go wrong with the Mad Italian. Whew, that is good food right there. It's all good at Port Travis, and we're proud to have them as a sponsor. Been with us for a number of years, and we just keep on keeping on. They're back to playing in the third quarter. Vanderbilt leads the Lady Vols 39-35. Again, the SEC tournament in Greenville, South Carolina, so we'll keep you posted on that. Hello, Gary Banks. Thank you. Miss seeing you too, sir. And maybe I can get out to the Food City and see you. Patsy Byerly, Lisa Baker, Angie Wilhoit, Libby Younce, Deborah Sparks, Riley Thompson, Coach Whitten. Let's see who else watching the show. Gideon, Reba Whitehead, Rhonda Simpson, Amy Whitson, hello Ames, Deanna Barnett, Steve Shipley, Coach Shipley down in Middle Tennessee watching. Thank you. Appreciate you guys and ladies watching the show. So here it is. The TSSAA moving forward with a one-time transfer rule proposed in Monday's specially called meeting. They'll vote on it on April the 8th. So here it is. Passing by an 8-4 vote. The TSSAA proposed, it's not in law yet, but they're going to do it one more time, I guess. They're going to vote on it on April the 8th with the Legislative Council. So the proposed addition to the TSSAA bylaws would approve a one-time transfer without a loss of eligibility if the transfer is for reasons unrelated to athletics. So, you know what I think. I'm going to tell you what I think here in a second. Specifically, about student transfers for significant academic, social, emotional, environmental, or mental health purposes, a student can transfer without losing eligibility. Smokescreen, in my opinion. And sending the schools administration must state the transfer is not for athletic or disciplinary reasons. All right, we'll do a hypothetical. I play ball at Elizabethton. Don't want to be there anymore. Want to transfer to pick a school. Where would I want to go? Pick one. I don't know. All right, I'll pick, we'll go Crockett. Going to go to Crockett. Going to go play ball at Crockett. So, We tell the sending schools administration, Elizabeth in this case, I'm leaving because they got a communication program done. I want to get in the communication program. It's got a better one than Elizabeth and Crockett. But in reality, I play tight end in football and I play power forward in basketball, and I'm pretty good at it. And so the Crockett coaches would love to see me wear the orange or the black and brown. Brown and gold instead of the orange and black of the Elizabethton Cyclones. So, under this new rule, a one-time transfer without the loss of eligibility if the transfer is for reasons unrelated to athletics. I can tell them it's for communications. But in reality, I've got Hayden want me to play football and Cody want me to play basketball, Crockett. If a student transfers for, quote, significant academic, social, or emotional, environmental, or mental health purposes, the student can transfer without losing eligibility. The sending schools administration must tell, in this case, Elizabeth's got to tell Crockett, it's not for athletics or for disciplinary reasons. He just wants to go because he likes the, as I said, the broadcasting curriculum better. Under the proposal, a student transferring for athletic purposes would still be required to make the bona fide change of residence. If you go, so who in their right mind, when you got a loophole in this ruling, who would come out and say, I'm going to go play, I'm going to Crockett to play football? Oh, well, then you got to move down there. You have to have a change of residence. Ain't nobody going to do that. They should, but they won't. They're going to do exactly what I just did. I'm going to go down there for communication, but in reality, I'm going to play football and basketball. Now, you can say it's not going to happen, but you're fooling yourself because that's exactly what's going to happen. Ain't nobody going to say, nobody's going to be straight up. Maybe very few. I wouldn't say nobody, but very few are actually going to say, we're going to transfer to play sports. Because if you do, you got to change your residence. If you use this other loophole, you can go for the reasons I stated. If the sending schools administration opposes the transfer, if Elizabethton does not want me to go, then we'd have to await a hardship approval or disapproval from the TSSAA. So if I want to go and they say, nah, I don't think you're really going for the communication program, Tom. You're going down there to play sports. We're not going to approve it. Then I guess it's according to this, I'd go in front of the TSSAA for a hardship approval or disapproval of me transferring. So you see what I'm talking about? So it would allow, well, should House Bill number 25 pass, it would allow a one-time transfer for Tennessee student athletes for any reason. It would not count against eligibility. So that's the bigger one the governor signed into effect. So it's out there hanging. It's the wild, wild west, sounds like to me. Could this open the door for teams making a deep playoff run to add players from opponents' teams who've been eliminated? There's a good point. TSSAA would need to be proactive in this case, requiring rosters to be locked down before the postseason begins. It is going to be tabled and brought back up on April the 8th in front of the TSSAA Legislative Council. So there you are. So let me run through it again. A one-time transfer without the loss of eligibility if the transfer is for reasons unrelated to athletics. Then over and above that, which complicates things and muddies water even more, is the governor, with House Bill 25, would allow a one-time transfer for Tennessee student athletes for any reason and not count against their eligibility. So that's out there too. So let's step back to it one more time. We're going to do a hypothetical. I'm a hot rod basketball player and football player. I was basketball back in the day. Football wasn't as much. Football, basketball player I'm now playing for Elizabethton. I want to transfer to Crockett to play for Cody Connell. Pick the school out of the hat. I go and tell them that I'm not going for sports, but I'm going for communications. I want to get into the broadcast curriculum at Crockett. I don't even know they've got one. This is all hypothetical. So if a student transfers for, quote, significant academic, social, emotional, environmental, or mental health purposes, the student can transfer without losing eligibility. If, this is nuts, nobody's going to tell them this. If you are transferring for athletic reasons, you have to have a change of residence. So who's going to go out there and say, am I going to tell them I'm going to transfer to Crockett to play ball? No, because I don't want to have to move. It's just smoke and mirrors against what I think. So the sending schools administration must state the transfer is not for athletic or disciplinary reasons. Elizabeth has to send Crockett a letter and saying Tom's coming to be on the radio program, not to play sports. Under the proposal, student transferring for athletic purposes. If my parents would say, oh yeah, he's going to play basketball and football, then we'd have to change residence. Well, we're not going to do that. Nobody's going to do that. And I don't know why would they think they would. This is unfortunate in a society where not everybody's honest anymore. Integrity's kind of went out the window. If the sending schools administration opposes, if Elizabethan says, nope, we don't want Tom to go to Crockett, then I have to go in front of all of us will, any and all, will have to go in front of the TSSAA for a hardship approval or disapproval. So there you go. And it's a very good question. Could this open the door for teams making a deep playoff run to add players from other schools who've been eliminated? Let's pick one right now. Let's say, in a hypothetical situation, let's see, pick somebody. All right, Bradley Gooch from Crockett. They got beat tonight by Unicoi County. And all of a sudden, Jordan Simmons says, hey, Bradley, you want to transfer and play ball at Unicoi County? Well, yeah. I don't know if they can do it that quick because they just got beat the other night. But in theory, would you come over? You like agriculture? Yeah, well, we got a good FFA program. Would you come over and play? We're going to put you over here with the FFA program, Future Farmers of America. So, could this open the door for teams making a deep playoff run to have players from opponents who've been eliminated? Obviously, the TSSAA, I would think, would be proactive in making sure they have a roster that's locked down before the postseason begins. That couldn't happen. But we'll see. It's a crazy rule. It's out there. For now, the transfer timing issue will be tabled until the Legislative Council meets on April the 8th in Murfreesboro for the TSSAA. So, makes absolute no sense to me at all. I just think it's going to be abused. And again, you come back, I've been redundant, but you have a chance to go play and say you're going for another reason without having to change your address. When in reality, it's athletics. What are you going to do? You're going to tell them it's for another reason other than athletics. What is a broad-based definition? For significant academic, social, emotional, environmental, and mental health purposes. I'm transferring because I can't get along with my classmates. That's social. That's mental health. I'm being bullied. And I'm not making fun of being bullied because it happens, but that could be a reason. I could tell them I'm going to Crockett to play ball because nobody in my class, I'm a junior, nobody in my junior class likes me. So I want to go and get a fresh start, go to a new school, and that's a legitimate, from what I'm reading, the way I'm reading this, it's a legitimate option, I guess, for you to say you want to transfer. We'll see. It comes up on April the 8th. It opens things up the wild, wild west, as I said. There's lots of tentacles to this, can go a lot of different directions, and so we'll see how that goes. Tom Taylor Sports Show, quick break. Right back after this, we'll give you more college hoops on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Show number, as you see on the screen, 2,244. Tonight, big basketball games across Northeast Tennessee. The guys will go back and recap the girls again last night for you as we're here working our way through this Thursday show on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by Port Travis Deli in Elizabethton.
Loyal, buy local. He's up against the big boy chains. We know that. Why Big John's Closehouse? What do you feel like separates you from the chains?
Well, I think there's a number of factors I think that go into that. Number one, we're local folks. We shop with you all in other places. We go to church with you. We're involved in civic organizations with you. What money you spend here stays here. It goes to support the payroll and, of course, local taxes. As far as that goes, it also supports a lot of nonprofits as well as sports teams, little leagues, softball, all kind of different things we try to support. We support all the high schools, both city and county, either through, fence signs or gymnasium signs or whatever with yearbooks and the whole bit. So, what you're spending local is staying local. And also we believe, customer service. I came up through the Patey Lumber Company ranks from many years ago. 1977 is when I started. And if you didn't get up and wait on people, or you didn't speak to people, or you didn't try to help people, you wouldn't go to stick around very long. So you learned, that it was important not only to try to just ask people, but to listen. find out what they're trying to do, find out ways that you can help them as far as that goes. And so all that's very important to us.
There you go, folks. Be loyal, buy local, support them. Big John's Closeouts here in downtown Elizabeth with hammer high prices. Great sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. Big John's Closeouts.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show in studio, brought to you by Poor Trav's Deli. Again, you're in the third quarter. Tennessee now down 10, 52-42. Vanderbilt leads it. Lady Commodores with 3:22 to go in the third. You also have North Carolina and Boston College playing. Lady Tar Heels now trailing by 1. Boston College just took the lead, 51-50 in the ACC women's tournament. But again, Tennessee down 10 right now, with 3:22 to go in the third quarter, trailing 52-42. They've kind of stumbled down the stretch here. They lost 2 in a row to Kentucky and Georgia. One yesterday over Mississippi, or rather Texas A&M, but trailing right now to the Vanderbilt Lady Commodores. 3:22 to go in the third quarter. Tennessee trails 52-42. And so there you go. So back to this transfer rule. You know, it's going to be what it's going to be, but I just think it's going to open up. It's a can of worms, and once they open that can, I don't think they can ever get it back in because, you know, you're transferring for reasons other than athletics, but the underpinning is very much athletics. Not all of them. Let me go ahead and say not every kid's going to transfer to play sports under this new rule, but a lot will and use it for the wrong reason. They'll say it's for a reason that's not really the truth, quite frankly, that they are transferring for reasons other than the real reason, that's to play athletics. So we'll see. But anyway, that's what's going on. They'll be back on the table, and I assume they'll make a decision on that coming up on the, April the 8th, is that what I said? Yep, April the 8th. So that's what's going to happen. All right, updated score, still 52-42. 3:08 to go in the third. Lady Vols and Kim Caldwell trying to stay alive in the SEC tournament. Your title sponsor of our show is the good folks at Elizabethton Ford, or Ford of Elizabethton, where right now they've got the zero money down. Zero money down. Now, you'd look real good tooling around when this weather gets warm. One of those Mustang Mach-E's. Got a lot of horsepower. Man, those things are pretty, and they can fly. They look good. You got zero money down right now on a Mustang Mach-E, and also zero money down on a Ford Escape right now for a limited time at Ford of Elizabethton. Also, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, they also have 0% APR on a new Dodge Ram 1500 pick-em-up truck, or the Jeep Wagoneer or the Jeep Grand Cherokees. 0% APR. That's strong. And 15% off right now, MSRP on the Jeep Gladiators. All this again at Ford of Elizabethton and Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram of Elizabethton. And again, that is our title sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We're very proud of that. 56-44, Vanderbilt up by 12 now. Vanderbilt by 12. Let's run down who's playing tonight again for the boys as we're working our way through this Thursday show. In 4A tonight, Science Hill hosting Sevier County in Johnson City at Science Hill at the Topper Palace. You have Maryville playing at Oak Ridge tonight. Bradley Central at Walker Valley, Laverne, and Siegel will play at a neutral site at Lebanon High School tonight in 4A basketball. In 3A, the one we talked about, Jordan Simmons on us a few minutes ago on the show, head coach of Unicoi County. Having knocked off Crockett the other night, they'll take on Greenville, who had a 13-point win over Tennessee High. Again, Trey Thompson, 34 for Greenville, becoming the all-time leading scorer in Greenville basketball history and only a junior. Jackson Simmons had 31 of his own the other night against Crockett. He, too, is only a junior, so those two kids can play. Colin Brown put on a show for Tennessee High. I think he had 30 in a losing cause for the Vikings. So Unicoi County and Greenville tonight at 7 at Viking Hall. Fulton, the defending state champ, plays Knox Carter tonight at Fulton. Lenore City and Heritage will play at Sequoia High School tonight. And Upperman, a state tournament team a year ago, taking on the Tullahoma Wildcats. They'll play that one at Cookeville tonight at 7 o'clock in that regional championship. In 2A, Austin East and defending state champ Alcoa play tonight. Kingston will battle Chattanooga-Tyner tonight. Jackson County and Liberty Creek will play at Monterey tonight. And Kingston, by the way, will be hosting Chattanooga-Tyner. Anytime you host, you're the home team. You got a decided advantage, no question. So Kingston will be hosting Tyner tonight. You have Jackson and Liberty Creek and East Nashville, the state tournament team a year ago, taking on LEAD Academy. That's going on in 2A. In single A tonight, you have North Green and Cosby. North Green, a state tournament team a year ago. Oliver Springs and Harriman, playing that one at Wartburg Central. North Green and Cosby scheduled to be at Westridge. I'm not sure they're playing it there because both those teams are way down the road. They would probably play closer to their home, but we'll see. Polk County High School tonight will be the site of Chattanooga Prep, the defending state 1A champ, and Van Buren. And Pickett County and Clay County will play tonight in the 1A regional. So that's the regional championships in East Tennessee. Again, the other side of the bracket. We'll run those down for you tomorrow. See when the smoke clears who all's playing. Again, the format, the boys play tonight and turn around play on Monday for the sectional, the right to go to the state tournament week after next. The ladies will play. We're going to run those down for you in just a second as well. The ladies will play Saturday for the right to go to the state tournament next week. So a lot riding on these games on Saturday, and our local teams, some are gone, some are still playing, which is awesome. So I wish they all could be playing still, but just doesn't happen that way. So we'll run those down for you coming up here in just a few minutes as well, as we'll find out just exactly who is playing and who has to travel and who gets to play at home. So, and as we said the other day, and it's true, anytime you can play at home, particularly in that sectional, the odds are against you to travel, no question. Can you beat them on the road? Of course you can, but the statistics will show you that it's tougher to win on the road in the sectional than it is to be at home. So it's just the way it is. Vanderbilt extending their lead. Tennessee stumbling here. They're down by 16 now in the third quarter, 62-46. The Lady Vols at 22-8. And so coming out of the opening round win yesterday over Mississippi State, but in trouble today. They're down 16 with a minute to go in the third quarter. They trail again. Now they're down 17, 63-46 Vanderbilt, leading by 17 with a minute 14 to play in the third quarter. Boston College and North Carolina, the ACC. The Lady Tar Heels, the 5th seed. Boston College, the 12th seed, tied up 54-54 after the third quarter. So BC trying to pull off the upset on the ladies' side in the women's ACC basketball tournament. The Atlantic Coast Conference being played in Charlotte, North Carolina. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll run down the ladies again. What happened last night, who played, who won. We'll do all that right after this from our sponsor, the good folks at Poor-Travis Deli. Tomorrow we'll be right back here, ready to roll. We'll be here brought to you tomorrow by the good folks from Food City. Back after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Reminds me of the Eagle Center, and it said, things tell a story when people no longer can. And that's kind of appropriate for our store because when you walk throughout the store, so many things spark a memory or a reminder of a family member or a place or a time long ago. And the antique and vintage decor that we have can really add some character and some conversation to your home, as well as bring back memories and things of times past.
Absolutely. What's the hours you're open?
We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 to 5. And we usually stay late on the Saturdays for the car shows.
Social media?
So we have a Facebook page, Eagle Center Co-op.
And you're physically located where in downtown Elizabethton?
507 East Elk Avenue. It's in the second block of downtown. Hard to miss.
Yep.
First big building.
One of our great sponsors on Cyclone Football. Got to check them out. The good folks downtown. Eagle Center Co-op. I believe in the place, believe in her, believe in the facility. And be loyal, buy local, and buy it in Betsy. One of our great sponsors, Eagle Center Co-op in downtown Elizabethton. Out and about, ball games, ball practices, on the move. Make that phone number, put in your phone, 543-6128. Stop by and get some sandwiches, right? Tell me about it.
Yeah, give us a call real quick on your way to whatever event or gathering you've got going on there when the weather's nice, and we'll have that bag ready for you when you get here about 10 minutes later.
Yep.
Talk about the subs, the poor boys. You sell a lot of those, the cold subs. We don't talk enough about those.
Yeah, when the weather warms up, people like them cold sandwiches. They have bologna, salami, ham, and cheese on them. We've got a 6-inch on a soft split deli roll, and then we have the 12 inches on the sesame seeded Grecian bread.
Yep.
Mix it up with some mayonnaise, mustard, lettuce, tomato, lots of them spicy onions.
Yep, the 12-inch goes for $6.49. The 6-inch will go for $5.19, and they're piled high with meat. They don't scrimp here at Poor Travis Deli. So
and if you like extra, you can always add extra. You make it thick as you like.
There you go. So those are the cold subs. Let's talk about the salads real quick. Talk about the salads at Poor Travis.
We'll put you a fistful of lettuce in a tray with some shredded ham, roast beef, or turkey, some shredded cheese. We have tomatoes, spicy onions, some crunchy croutons, 2 packs of dressing. We have ranch, Italian, honey mustard, and Thousand Island.
Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 9, closed on Sunday. Phone number is 543-6128 Broad Street, Elizabeth, and right across from the Jeweler's Bench. One of our great sponsors, who sponsors the player of the game, by the way. Don't forget that. He puts free sandwiches in these kids' hands for being the star player of whatever sport we're covering. So
I think they like it.
They do like it.
They do like it.
Yep, they do like it. And so we like giving it. He likes to give it.
That's right.
And so we appreciate it's a win-win for everybody. Poor Travis Deli. Be loyal, buy local. Support Poor Travis Deli here in Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show at Elizabethton Cyclone Sports. Poor Travis Deli.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by, you just saw Poor Trav's Deli. The steamed sandwiches, man, they're out of this world good. And they don't scrimp either. When you get a sandwich from Poor Trav's, there's meat on the bun, no question. So, anyway, Tennessee down 15 at the end of the third quarter. Vanderbilt leads the Lady Vols 63-48 in the SEC tournament. So Tennessee's got the work cut out for them to stay alive in the SEC tournament. The winner will play South Carolina Saturday, is that right? In the quarterfinals. So, is that right? Doesn't sound right. But they got to win first, and I can tell you where they're playing. Here it is right here. They would play. They play tomorrow. So at noon, they will play. The winner plays South Carolina in the quarterfinals. Semis will be Saturday, and the championship will be Sunday at 3 o'clock in the SEC tournament. So Tennessee down 15 right now. They would play South Carolina, the number 1 seed tomorrow. If they can bounce back and come from behind after trailing by 15 after 3 quarters and win the ball game. They got to work it out for it. Last night, single-A basketball, North Green beat Unaka 44-42. It was Coalfield all over Midway 70-35. You're down to the Sweet 16 now in the state, by the way, in girls basketball, which is quite an accomplishment. Copper Basin beat Van Buren, and Clark Range had no problem with Clay County. So the sectionals down to the Sweet 16, the 8 teams still playing, or 16 teams still playing, 8 regional, or rather 8 sectional championships coming up on Saturday at 7 o'clock. North Green will host Midway. Coalfield will entertain Unaka. Copper Basin will be home to Clay County. Van Buren will travel to Clark Range in Tennessee 1A. Moore County, state runner-up a year ago, will entertain McEwen. Wayne County will host Richland. Greenfield will host University High School out of Memphis. And Memphis Middle College will be home to Dresden. So you're down to the Sweet 16 in girls basketball in the state of Tennessee in 1A. In 2A, who plays where? You have Gatlinburg Pittman with an upset over Alcoa. They'll be at home against Meigs County. Alcoa travels to McMinn Central, who is 36-1. They can play. It'll be a heck of a game there. They defeated Meigs County. McMinn Central beat them last night 70-28. This is a regional championship. Wow. McMinn Central hosting Alcoa. York Institute home to Pearl-Cohn. East Nashville hosting Jackson County in 2A. Also on Saturday, Loretto home to Stewart County. Cheatham County hosting Summertown here in Tennessee. Tresvant will play either Gibson County or Westview, and Memphis Business will play the other team in the 2A sectionals with the right to go to the state tournament next week in Murfreesboro. In 3A, Crockett will be hosting Cock County, who knocked off Northview Academy last night by 3. Tennessee I travels to Northview Academy. You have Heritage hosting Livingston Academy. White County home to Lenore City in the Sweet 16. Portland home to Creekwood on Saturday. Jackson Southside hosting Station Camp. Millington will travel to Dyersburg. And you've got South Gibson at Munford in the 3A Sweet 16 on Saturday. Then in 4A, Morristown East will host the Bearden Bulldogs, Lady Bulldogs, who are 31-5. Hello, Rick Ranson, down in Pensacola. Where you been, sir? Oak Ridge hosting Sevier County. Bradley Central, still can't believe the score. Cleveland and Bradley Central, two teams that went to the state last year. Bradley Central, the defending state champ. They played last night in Cleveland, and Bradley Central beat Cleveland 79-23. Whew. That is a 56-point butt whooping. Wow. Bradley Central will host Lebanon on Saturday. Cookeville goes to 23-7. They'll play host to Cleveland. Cleveland will travel after losing that game. Coffee County home to Mount Juliet. Hillsborough home in 4A to Lincoln County. You have Whitehaven playing either Clarksville or Henry County, and Bartlett will play the loser, the winner of that game between Clarksville and Henry County. No score on that particular game. So there's your regional, or your sectionals are set coming out of the region last night. So there you go. That's what's happening again in girls basketball in the great state of Tennessee on Saturday. Winners will move on. Losers will go home. We'll come back and recap top 25 college basketball from last night. We had 3 upsets. We'll take a look at who's playing tonight. Only one game on tap. We'll take a look at the NBA and the National Hockey League and all that and more. Also, Major League Baseball after this. On the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're working our way through after this from Brummett Sports Shop.
Brummett Sports Shop in downtown Elizabeth with your favorite school's T-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike dry fit t-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brummett Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brummett Sports Shop, downtown Elizabeth, and Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummettSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brummett Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton.
It's important to hire a professional because you want a quality, trained, and licensed person working in your home. All of my staff are factory trained and have years of experience. With today's technology in heating and air conditioning systems, you want a trained professional working on your system. Our motivation to provide our customers with the best service is years of experience. We've been in business for 35 years and we plan on being in business for another 35 years, so we want to make our customers happy.
We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Hello, Ann Stout. How you doing? Thanks for watching the show. We tell you that it's 7 minutes to play in the ball game. Vanderbilt leads by 17 over the Lady Vols, 72-55. Again, that's happening in the SEC tournament, and that would be, of course, down in Greenville, South Carolina. NBA last night. Let's take a look at it. Boston beat Portland by 10. It was Cleveland with a record of 52-10, defeating Miami by 5 last night. You had Utah and Washington. Washington gets that one, a battle of two not-so-good programs, beat them by 3. Minnesota over Charlotte by 15 last night. Dallas and Milwaukee, the Bucks got them by 20. Got them by 30 last night. Denver, a 10-point win over Sacramento. The Clippers beat Detroit last night by 8, and Memphis, the Grizzlies, losing to Oklahoma City, one of the top teams in the league. They're 51-11. Oklahoma City won by 17 last night. Men's top 25 college basketball, as we told you. The basketball did not bounce good last night for Tennessee. They got manhandled inside rebounding, and inside defense was not there. Watching the highlight package, Ole Miss beat Tennessee 78-76. Volunteers probably lose that number one seed in the bracketology. We'll see. But the SEC tournament's next week, and it's very premature to say that. But that's what everybody's saying, that they've lost some momentum losing that game. They'll play South Carolina on Saturday at 2 o'clock at the Food City Center for the regular season finale for Tennessee. They lose again by 2. Ole Miss improves to 21-9. Tennessee falls to 24-6. Fifth-ranked Florida defeats seventh-ranked Alabama last night, beat them by 5 in Tuscaloosa. Ninth-ranked Texas, 16-point win over Colorado, 91-75. Oklahoma knocks off 15th-ranked Missouri. The Tigers go down last night in top 25 play, lost by 12 in Oklahoma. 12th-ranked Wisconsin goes on the road and beats Minnesota by 7. Marquette loses. 20th-ranked Marquette loses to UConn by 6. And 14th-ranked Louisville defeats California by 17. So you had number 4 losing, Tennessee, number 15, Missouri losing, and number 20, Marquette losing. Tonight you have, one game tonight in the men's top 25. You have Mississippi State and Iowa tonight. Mississippi State 8th in the country, 24-5 for the Spartans. The Hawkeyes in Iowa will entertain them. They were the record of 15-14. All right, we told you Tennessee won yesterday by 40. Not so much today. They're getting clobbered by Vanderbilt's Lady Commodores playing. And so that's going on as we speak. And let's see, let's get the very latest update on that score. 74-59 Vanderbilt with 5 minutes to play, a little over 5 minutes to play in the ball game. So Tennessee's going to lose and get knocked out of the SEC tournament. All right, Major League Baseball, who's playing where today? Each day, as we talked to Greg Sauer yesterday, Mr. Baseball, each day we're getting a little tighter. Pitchers getting more innings, more pitches, more the regulars are playing because we're into, 10, 12 games now of spring training. Minnesota will play the Yankees. Tampa Bay will play the Phillies. Boston and Toronto, Washington and the Cardinals. San Diego and Evan Carter and the Texas Rangers, who did not play yesterday, but played on Tuesday, went 1 for 3 with a double, his second double of the season in spring training for Evan Carter. Again, they played the Padres today. It's a split squad, as a matter of fact. The other side of the squad plays the Dodgers. White Sox will play San Francisco, Pittsburgh, and the Orioles. Miami and the Braves. Braves 6-3 right now in spring training. The Mets and Houston. Arizona, Cleveland. Kansas City will play the Cubbies. Cubbies are 9-2. Does it matter? I don't know. Some say yes, some say no, the spring training record, but whole points get everybody ready for the season. But the Cubs are winners of 9 of their first 11 games. Milwaukee and Athletics play the Angels in Seattle. And the other part of the Seattle split squad, half will play the Angels, half will play the Diamondbacks today. So there you go. National Hockey League, who's on the ice tonight? Are the Predators? They are. They're in Nashville hosting Seattle. Predators at 22-32. Seattle at 26-32. So the Preds not going anywhere fast. I think they're in trouble to make the playoffs, to say the least. Utah and Detroit skate tonight in Detroit. Utah, a 27-win team. Detroit with 30 wins. Buffalo at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, one of the top teams in the National Hockey League with 36 wins under their belt. Columbus skates in Florida, a 30-win team Columbus and a 38-win team Florida play tonight. That'll be a good one. Winnipeg, one of the top teams, they'll skate in Philadelphia against the Flyers tonight. Winnipeg at 42-16 on the season. Boston skates in Carolina, Calgary and Dallas. Montreal, the Canadiens and Edmonton against the Oilers, and San Jose will skate against Colorado. See who the best team is in the National Hockey League. In the Western League, in the Western Conference, in the Central Conference, it's, let's see here what we got. It would be the Jets, the Stars, and the Wild in the Central. In the Pacific, the Golden Knights, the Edmonton Oilers, and the LA Kings. And then we go to the Eastern Conference and see who's over there. The Atlantic will be the Panthers, Toronto, and the Tampa Bay Lightning are the three best there in the Atlantic. And the Metropolitan, the Capitals, the Hurricanes, and the Devils. So there you go. In the Metro Conference, or division of the Eastern Conference of the National Hockey League. Trying to see where the Predators are. They're in trouble, I would think. Yep, they're currently 7th in the Central Division at 22-32. So Preds are having a tough year right now on the ice of the National Hockey League. So the RUB, that's a look at what's going on today in professional sports here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And we would, again, go back and tell you the score of said basketball game. At this point, Tennessee and the Lady Commodores, it is 74-61 Vanderbilt, lead by 13 with 4:48 to play in the basketball game. The upset brewing, Boston College's ladies are leading North Carolina by 2, but a lot of time left. 5:52 to go in that one. Hello, Regina Harris. Hello to Christy Carr. Also coming up next in the SEC tournament, 5th-ranked Oklahoma, 12th-seeded Georgia will play. Then later tonight will be Alabama and Florida will get after it. Number 6, Lady Crimson Tide. Number 11, Lady Gators in the seeding for the SEC tournament. They'll play tonight. And also in the Big Ten Conference tournament, you will have Iowa and Michigan State's ladies playing, squaring off against each other. So it's here, tournament time again. Of course, all the tournaments continue to play throughout the country. They'll be wrapping them up with the automatic bids, and of course, you go not this weekend, but the following weekend is the March Madness with the bracketology, and so you're talking a week from Sunday. We'll be nailing down who's playing where and getting ready for the March Madness. It's going to be crazy. I think, as I've said all week long, and everybody kind of agrees it's going to be the wildest, I would think. And a lot of folks, as I said, agree with it. It's going to be the wildest and most wide open men's basketball tournament maybe ever. I mean, you just take the SEC tournament in of itself that starts next week in Nashville. It's going to be crazy, crazy good basketball down there, and anybody can get hot and win that tournament. I think it's going to be the same with the actual NCAA tournament. Whoever gets hot can make a run and make a serious run, and I think they've got a legitimate shot. You get hot and stay hot, but you know what's going to win it for you? It's not going to be three-point shooting. It's going to be defense. Defense will win you championships. And what's the old adage that offense puts fans in the stands and defense puts trophies in the trophy case? So that's the way I've always been told, and I think it's true. So we'll see. Quick break. We'll come back and wrap it up after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, brought to you by Poor Traps Deli. And here are the good folks from the Jewelers Bench, your full-service, full-time jewelry store in Carter County.
Jewelers Bench has been providing our customers the highest quality jewelry at incredible prices for over 20 years. With our own jeweler in-house, we offer custom-made pieces, as well as general maintenance and repair services, and unique jewelry for all occasions. Whether you're shopping for yourself or someone special, we can help make your holidays bright. Stop in to see our vast selection and make this Christmas even more special. Highest quality for the best price, only at the Jewelers Bench.
In Port Traps Deli, it's football time in Tennessee, as the late John Ward said. So Friday night, going to the ball game, come by and get your sandwiches. Tell us how you can help us.
Hey, just give us a call, 543-6128, and tell us what you like. White dark bread, we've got ham, turkey, roast beef, corned beef, pastrami, make a good steak sandwich. You want some chicken salad, some pickles and eggs. You know, if you just want a snack, some people just like to snack at the ball game, don't really want to eat a big meal. We can take care of that for you. We got chips and drinks if you want to pack your cooler or whatever. Got anything you need.
Yep, 543-6128 is what you call, or the number you call, and he'll have it ready for you. So if you're heading to the game, how much time should we allow you to get them ready?
Usually about 10 to 15 minutes is a pretty good time.
Yep, 10 or 15 minutes.
About 10
ready.
15 minutes, we'll take care of you.
Yep, ready to go. 543-6128. Again, it will be an excellent, excellent opportunity to come by and get some great food.
Yep, love to serve you.
Love to serve you, absolutely. How do you find us on social media?
We got a Facebook page. You can look us up there, leave us some feedback, give us a like.
Yep. Friday night football, Saturday football, whenever you need sandwiches, here's the place to come. Port Traps Deli at 543-6128, one of our great sponsors here on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again. Thanks for being with us. Here, brought to you by, just saw Richard Oakes and the gang at Poor Traps Deli to do an awesome sandwich. Goodness gracious, it's good. So appreciate them very much. Again, Tennessee down 13 with 3:57 to play. Lady Vols in trouble. Let's run down one more time who's playing where before we get out of here. The regional championships tonight in boys basketball across the great state of Tennessee. And we'll roll into the 4A first. Science Hill hosting Sevier County. All these are at 7 o'clock tonight. Hilltoppers and the Smoky Bears in Johnson City, the Topper Palace at 7 tonight. You have Maryville playing Oak Ridge and Oak Ridge. Walker Valley and Bradley Central playing at Walker Valley. And Lebanon, a neutral site between Laverne and Siegel tonight in 4A boys basketball. In 3A, the game we talked, Coach Simmons joined us. Thank you, sir, for being with us on the show. Unicoi County and Greenville playing at Viking Hall at 7 o'clock tonight, the regional championship there. Defending state champ Knox Fulton will host Knox Carter tonight in Knoxville. You have Heritage and Lenore City playing at Sequoia High School for that region championship. And Upperman, state tournament team a year ago, playing in Cookeville against Tullahoma. And that's the three in that particular region there tonight. And that's in 3A. In 2A basketball, tonight you have Alcoa and Austin East playing tonight. Alcoa, the defending state champ. Kingston will play Chattanooga Tyner and host them in Kingston High School tonight, or at Kingston High School. Jackson County and Liberty Creek playing at Monterey High School tonight. And East Nashville and LEAD Academy in 2A, they'll play that one tonight at Whites Creek High School in the 2A. Then in the single A, you have, the boys North Green and Cosby tonight. North Green, a state tournament team a year ago. Oliver Springs and Harriman playing that one at Wartburg Central. The defending state champ, Chattanooga Prep and Van Buren tonight, being played at Polk County High School. And then Pickett County and Clay County tonight. They'll play that one at Livingston Academy at 7 o'clock. The winners will be at home on on Monday, and the losers will travel on Monday. The ladies, we told you about them. They'll play on Saturday. The winners of last night's games will be at home. The losers will travel. Our local team still playing. Let's run down those real quick, and we'll scoot out of here. You have our local teams, Morristown East in 4A. You have in 3A, Tennessee High and Crockett. Crockett will be hosting Cobb County on Saturday in Jonesboro. And Tennessee High will travel to Northview Academy. Those two teams still playing for our neck of the woods. You also have in 2A, everything's pretty much out of Northeast Tennessee. In single A, Unaka, the Lady Rangers traveling to Coalfield on Saturday. So, and North Green's ladies will be hosting Midway. So you have 4 teams left. Local ladies, Tennessee High and Crockett in 3A, and North Green and Unaka in single A. And we'll go ahead and throw in Morristown East also in 4A. So you got 5 teams still playing. So good luck to those ladies. We'll talk more about that tomorrow on the show, and we'll be tomorrow right back in here, brought to you by the good folks in Food City. So 2:41 to play. Tennessee down 15. They're going to lose that game, be eliminated from the Southeastern Conference Tournament. Vanderbilt will move on to play South Carolina tomorrow, the number 1 seed. So Tennessee in trouble, down 15 with 2.5 minutes left in the ball game. So Tennessee will not be able to overcome that. They're going to lose that game today and get knocked out of the SEC tournament and finish the season at 22-9. Can they get an at-large? We'll see. There's a lot of good basketball teams out there, and losing in the second round of your conference tournament is not a good thing in the eyes of the pollsters and the eyes of the folks that make up the brackets. So we'll see. Tom Taylor Sports Show. Let's wrap it up with a verse today. We always dedicate our broadcast to the man who hung on the cross, and today's certainly no different. And today's verse goes like this. Psalms 143:8. Let the morning bring me word of your unfailing love, for I have put my trust in you. Show me the way I should go, for to you I lift up my soul. Wow, what a verse. Hello, Christy Carr. How you doing, lady? Let the morning bring me word of your unfailing love, for I have put my trust in you. Show me the way I should go, for to you I lift up my soul. That's the verse today, Psalms 143:8 here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Tennessee losing today. They're out of the tournament. We'll tell you how things go tonight with the boys playing the regionals across the state. They'll get down to the Sweet 16. The ladies are right at the Sweet 16. Talk to some of the coaches tomorrow. We'll be having Thomas Googe on tomorrow from Crockett. I know that for sure. We'll have him on. Ryan Whitten joins us tomorrow by phone, again talking about the Milligan Flag football team. They're 2-0, and they've got their home opener on Saturday at Citizens Bank Stadium in Elizabethton. They're 2-0 out of the gate. They went from 3 wins to 10 wins 2 years ago, 3 wins. Last year, 10 wins, and went to the national tournament at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. So it's a pretty big deal, and the Lady Buffs are out of the gate 2-0 and got a couple of good teams coming in on Saturday to play them, as we said, where they play their flag football at Citizens Bank Stadium, home of the Cyclones in Elizabethton. So anyway, out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. Back tomorrow, brought to you by Food City. Today's show brought to you by the good folks from Poor Trav's Deli. If you want a real steamed sandwich, and they don't scrimp, you get a roast beef and cheese sandwich, you get roast beef and cheese on your sandwich. Guarantee it. I can tell you that from experience. So the good folks at Poor Trav's Deli, thanks to Richard and Trey and the guys there that run the shop. They do a great job right there, right across from the Jewelers Bench in Elizabethton, right there on the main drag. Can't miss it. It used to be known as the Blue Circle, and now it's Poor Trav's Deli. Richard's the new owner. He's been owner for about 2 years now, doing a great job. So be loyal, buy local, support the local folks. In this case, a mom and pop sandwich shop known as Poor Trav's Deli in Elizabeth. And see you back here tomorrow. Thanks for watching the show. Good luck to our guys' teams tonight playing in the regional championship. We'll pick you back up tomorrow at 11 o'clock right here, brought to you by Food City on show tomorrow, number 2245 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Wrapping up show number 2244 today from right here in studio, brought to you by Poor Trav's Deli. We'll close it out as always by telling you, bloom where you're planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching. Show number 2244, the Tom Taylor Sports Show today. And our guest today was Jordan Simmons, head basketball coach of the Unicoi County Blue Devils. Thanks, Coach, for being on the show. We'll join you back here tomorrow at 11 o'clock for show number 2245. So long, everybody.